source indicate that there are other bureaucrats, agents, government employees who are aware of these nefarious plans and are disturbed?
Well, yes to both. Some are aware, and it's almost as if they're just going through the motions and saying, well, look, nothing really is going to happen. It's just going to, it's...
contingency plans.
Yeah, exactly. And who knows, multiple nuclear devices could go off in this country, and we might need this stuff to fight off the enemy that's going to invade America. And, I mean, things like that. And then there's another group, and my source kind of, and I know a couple of the people that he, shall we say, hangs with, pardon the expression, but who say, hey, there's something totally wrong here. But, you at this point, no one, and things are such at the Department of Homeland Security and at these buildings where anything coming in or coming out of these buildings, you cannot take anything in or out. You can't take emails, you can't take thumb drives, you can't take papers. I mean, so how are you going to get the word out and be believed? And if one person stands up from inside the agency and says this is what's going on, they're going to be mocked, ridiculed, Alinsky style.
Does your source indicate that he has a gut feeling, or whether he's picking up information that the elite expect these things to happen soon?
Well, actually, yes, and he's saying that he would be surprised if we will make it to the elections without seeing riots in America, riots in American streets, especially beginning in the cities, the urban areas first, and spreading outward, and then that followed by travel restrictions. So, time-wise, he's saying any time. Again, watch Europe, watch what happens over there when the dollar. I mean, it seems to me, and there are a couple of scenarios possible, Rick, but it seems to me that his whole thing is he's saying, look, it's gonna be blamed, or the trigger point is going to be the economic factor, because that will be the most easily explained and the most publicly accepted, because people already know we're $16 trillion in debt. People already know that the debt, anybody with a modicum of common sense know that our debt is unsustainable. So,
and besides, what happened Sunday in France, this sealed the fate of the euro. But the French people defeating Nicolas Sarkozy, embracing a flaming socialist who's a member of the Bilderberg Group,
right,
and Mr. Francois Hollande. And so the French people embraced a socialist. Mr. Obama immediately invited him to the White House. He's going to be here in Chicago for the NATO summit. But Mr. Hollande is going to tax the rich. He wants a 75% tax on wealthy people. He's going to increase government welfare programs. I don't know where he's going to get the money. Who's going to loan the money to France? He can't print money because the euro is controlled by the European Central Bank. So I don't see any other option other than France is going to get the way of Greece very quickly. The euro is going to collapse. I think the election of Hollande greatly accelerated the collapse stage of the euro. So we're looking at an imminent collapse of the euro currency, break up the European Union. And Doug, I don't know if you've ever read a prophecy that was given by the late Pastor David Wilkerson. It's about 20-some years old. I think it was in the late 80s. And I've talked about it on this program from the beginning of this radio program. But he said the Lord showed him that there would be an economic crisis in Europe. It would spread to a Latin American country, and then it would go to Mexico. And then he said the day after Mexico has a panic, he said wealthy foreigners will withdraw billions and billions of dollars from American banks in a panic to cover their losses. And he said the American banking system will collapse in one day. And he said you have 2 weeks from the time the first crisis starts in Europe until it hits the U.S., 2 weeks. That was a prophecy that he gave to a church over 20-some years ago, and he said that there would be 6 months of the worst rioting you can imagine. This is really lining up right now to look like it's imminent.
Wow. Unfortunately, I don't recall, and I may have heard that, but I don't recall hearing that.
I'll send you a copy of it after the program because it's very eerie how it's lining up with what we just talked about.
Yeah, indeed, and I have to say that that makes sense. I mean, that entire thing makes sense, and of course, when what can I say?
He said the country would survive, but it would never be the same. He said there'll be 6 months of total chaos and rioting, looting, mobs. But he said, when it's over, America will not be the same.
Well, Rick, one thing that my source did tell me to do was look up a quote from Henry Kissinger, who spoke at a Bilderberg meeting back in 1992 in France, and he said that's kind of how things are, in terms of the mentality here meaning at that level of DHS. And the quote really simply is this: today Americans would be outraged if UN troops entered Los Angeles to restore order. Tomorrow they will be grateful. And I'll stop it there because that's enough to know that, things are going to happen, and Americans are going to, there's going to be rioting. There's going to be people, again, think of 1965. Think of 1968, the Watts riots in 65, the 68 riots in Chicago and elsewhere across the country, and multiply that by exponentially. Just exponentially. And expect that and prepare for that. And pray, though, that it doesn't happen. Prepare, but pray it doesn't happen.
Doug, I appreciate you coming by today and giving us this latest information. I don't know with your source how long he's going to be able to continue passing things on to you. I think it's probably becoming very dangerous for him to make phone calls to you.
Well, the only thing I can say is God bless him, and I know that he's working in other ways to get the word out with others, thankfully. And I do hope that if it's not me, it's someone else. But I hope that people understand that this country is in deep, serious trouble. And, Rick, thank you for your program and for your knowledge and for your information. And I would urge everyone, and not that you need my endorsement for crying out loud, who am I? But thank you for everything you do, because, and then folks, this program is so important to listen to. You give, you're a great dot connector, and I'll tell you what, if you weren't a talk show host, I'd ask you to come work with me as an investigator, because I'm sure we could put some things together. But
I think if I had another career, that's exactly what I'd do. I'd be one bad investigator, because I tell you what, I hate criminals. I hate crooks. I hate lying and scheming, and I can smell them. I can find those rascals,
Well, listening to your programs, I just love the way you bring things together. I really do, and I tell you, I'm hooked on True News.
I'm going to invent someday a dot connector. I'm going to sell these things to government agencies, because not one agency has a dot connector.
Well, you're the human dot connector. Now, if you can clone yourself or Mechanica, put something together to
there's got to be a way to produce a dot connector device, and we could just make a fortune selling them to intelligence agencies and law enforcement agencies. Doug, hey, listen, I'm telling my audience, this is I'm not trying to frighten people, but I'm just telling you. I'm very, very careful about using this radio microphone I'm careful about the words that I put across on the radio, because I never want to be a drama queen. I never want to cry wolf, and I don't want to frighten people. But personally, this is what I'm telling you, what I'm doing personally. I am preparing, I am bracing that we have the remainder of May, June, and maybe part of July to get ready. I think from mid-July on, I think we're in dangerous territory. And I would not risk my life and my security by procrastinating and taking my time and thinking that, well, later in the summer, I might do some things to prepare. I'm telling you, I think you've got May, June, and part of July to get things together. I think after that, anything could happen. I think the last 6 months of this year are going to be chaotic. And I'm issuing the highest level alert that I can issue to our audience.
And Rick, one last thing, if I may.
Yes.
I do hope I'm wrong. I hope my source is incorrect, or even better, I hope that by spreading the word that things don't happen, that things are actually prevented by people becoming more aware of things. That would be great. So, the best thing that can happen, and I don't know who else would say something like this, but I really hope that I am absolutely 100% incorrect, or the situation or the facts are wrong in this case. But
well, the best thing we can do is shine lights on these rats.
That's it. That's it. And you've got a huge spotlight, and I want to thank you so much for shining that spotlight on this. And we'll just pray and prepare.
Okay.
That's what we'll do.
All
Thank
right.
you, Rick.
Doug Hagman, the website HomelandSecurityUS.com, HomelandSecurityUS.com.